Welcome along to the shoutiest segment on Irish radio. It's the scintillating, it's the stupefying, it's the splendido crappy quiz. Every Friday we pit three of team off the ball up against one another in a no-holds-barred quiz of sporting factoids at the end of the week. Allow me to welcome today's contestants for a special Masters edition of the crappy quiz. Our first contestant today is sick of being the butt of everyone's jokes on this slot, and with no Ger and no Nathan this week, he's planning on turning from the bullied into the bully. His fellow contestants are lucky lockdown is still in action, or they would find themselves with their heads flushed down a toilet or their school bag turned inside out. It is the fearsome, it's the lunch money stealing Adrian, who's your daddy, Barry?
Don't know where to go after that. There are plenty of YouTube commenters who would say that I'm out of my depth most weeks on this quiz at home, but I really feel as if this week it's never been more appropriate. And I'm feeling if the answer is not either Bobby Jones or Magnolia Lane, I'm screwed.
You were reluctant to take part, but I applaud your bravery. You're going up against two golf nerds, which is a massive compliment to any golf nerd, to be honest, who we may as well introduce. Because if you think Rory McIlroy has had it bad in his career, well then wait until you hear about our next contestant today. He's been to 12 Olympic Games, 40 World Cups, 72 Dakar rallies, and Cheltenham doesn't happen without him. But yet he has never set foot on Augusta National. He will look at Eisenhower Cabin and Amen Corner this weekend, but he knows that he can't touch. Sleeping in his favourite green jacket for the weekend, it is John Duggan.
Thank you, Owen, Joe and Adrian. And I actually vowed that I would never spend $1 in Trump's America, and I would refuse even if I was offered a trip to go to Augusta in Trump's America. But gladly, he is now out of office, so I do have the freedom to go to spend $10,000 on walking the fairways of Augusta in 2022.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Off the Ball happens to get their hands on a press pass for next
Joe
year...
Molloy's getting it. Joe or Nathan, they'll have to get first dibs.
Well,
Patreon and everything.
I was just about to say, John, if only there was like a trivia way of weighing up who knows actually more about golf, and that way the press pass might go to that person. I don't know. We'll see. Our last contestant today is heard in the sting to this quiz every single week. His eternal words, "This is really annoying doing this quiz," resonates with every single person listening to us on a Friday. He may have a bag load of IMRO awards, but truly bringing respect to this slot would be his crowning broadcasting glory. Back after a long, long hiatus, it is no show like a Joe Molloy.
I do remember doing that quiz, and it was a disgrace.
Still part of the intro, Joe.
Yeah, I know. It was a disgrace that day.
What? I get a sense you wouldn't be a great childminder. Like that was your profession.
No, I would be a good childminder. Adult minding when they're behaving like children, less tolerance.
As ever, the format is the classic crappy quiz with a series of questions this week on the Masters. Then it's on to the slip and slide of trivia, which is the rapid fire round, which is going to be a mix of Masters and non-Masters questions. You can podcast the crappy quiz on otbsports.com or on the OTB Sports app. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to click the thumbs up, even if you contribute nothing but misery to your day. Round one is the boring questions round, never multiple choice. These questions are all based on the Masters. Adrian, who was the first non-American to win the Masters?
Was Bobby Jones American? Do you guys know the answer?
Yeah.
You do, okay. I know this is not correct, but I know he's not American, and I know he won the Masters, and I know it was probably like 40 years running before he won it, but I'm going to go with him anyway. Nick Faldo.
No, it's not Nick Faldo. Who is it, Joe?
Gary Player, I would have thought.
Yeah, it's Gary Player.
Gary Player.
1961, the first non-American to win it. John, Dustin Johnson broke the Masters record of the lowest winning score ever when he finished up on 20 under par last year. The previous record was 18 under par, held by Tiger and which other golfer?
Jordan Spieth.
Correct. Ooh, that was
sharp.
Very, very quick. Sharp indeed. Joe, question one for you. Which is the longest hole at Augusta National?
Eighth?
It's not the eighth.
Second?
It's the second.
Damn you.
Pink Dogwood is the longest hole.
So I see the questions are handicapped here.
Well, hang on a second now. I was just going to say the unfairness of that question. I mean, you had 1 in 18, and let's face it, like there were several holes that you knew it wasn't. So like a 1 in 3, 4 chance of getting it, whereas mine was like.
Have you heard of Gary Player?
The fittest 85-year-old on the planet.
I love it. I love it how it's kind of like, no, I would never be pushed into presenting the crappy quiz ever again because of the child-minded aspect. Within one question, Joe is like, screw this.
I'm starting to smell a rat so far. That's all I'm saying.
Well, this should be a gentleman's episode. Surely, there's no slagging to be had here. This is everybody shake hands and
that's true. Yeah.
A few little sly digs if needs be, obviously. But
look, I'm watching you, Sheehan. Let's just carry on.
I fear this round 2 is going to be quite prescient. Round 2 is the Masters meltdown rounds. So whether it's the pressure of the baying mob of patrons or the allure of Rae's Creek, crazy things tend to happen on the final day of the Masters. And this round will test your knowledge on the bottle jobs and the meltdowns that will never be forgotten. Adrian, Greg Norman took a 6-stroke lead into the final day of the 1996 Masters, but who ended up winning it?
What did you say?
1996.
Faldo won it in 97. I'm adding Nick Faldo to my list of 3 things that I know about the Masters. Did he win it in 96 as well? Unlikely. Did he win it in 96 though? And that is the question.
This is painful to listen to.
I'm going to take that as it's not Nick Faldo then. Could it be Gary Player?
Is the answer Leinster, is it?
Well, it could be Bobby Jones. Let's face it. I'm bringing him into the mix here.
Adrian, believe in yourself. Give us an answer.
I'm going to go with Nick Faldo.
Correct.
Yes.
It is Nick Faldo.
Beauty.
That was a rope-a-dope, Adrian. Rope-a-dope.
Yeah, listen, I was thrown off the scent there, but like a Patrick Reed ball in the rough, I just kept at it, poking at it.
It just upset me that 1997 is like the most famous one ever, with Tiger winning his first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it was 97. He passed it over. Of course, if I'd have actually seen my logic out, I was right there.
You were, yeah. Look, who am I to talk? You're on 1, I'm on 0.
It is true. John, in what position did Rory McIlroy finish the 2011 Masters after his spectacular meltdown? This is a tough question now.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, this is one of these questions. It's very hard to get the answer. Tied 15th.
Oh, it's correct.
Jesus.
Back of the net.
Oof.
John Duggan.
Where did you pull that out of?
My parts of my brain that have not been influenced by alcohol.
That was good.
Wow, lockdown
Again, I'd say
good.
there was like a roughly 1 in 20 chance of getting it right, but
Joe, well, the dark cloud of misery, Adrian. Take your point and be happy with this round. Joe, John got a Spieth question in round 1. You're getting a Spieth question here. How many strokes did Jordan Spieth clock up during that infamous 12th hole at the 2016 Masters?
Oh, let me think. He was 5 shots clear. So he first one in the water. That's 1. Drop is 2. 3 is into the water again. Jordan, what are you doing? The drop is 4. Where the hell did he hit his 5th? See, I can't remember after that. I'm going to say he hit his 5th somewhere on the green, but didn't hold that. So that's 6. So he either made a 7 or an 8. 7 or an 8, 7 or an 8. I think he made a 7. Did you drop 4 shots?
Correct. 7.
Yes.
Well done.
Good.
that was an incredibly Nathan Murphy style response there, Joe.
I'll take that
cycling
as
through
a compliment.
I'll give you all the knowledge of stuff that's somewhat tangential to the actual question. I mean,
I wouldn't have said that was tangential, given that everything I mentioned added
that
up.
is fair. Typically with Murphy, it's far more tangential than that.
Yeah. Jordan Spieth, born, of course, in 1980.
Right,
Listen, we promised everyone at home a Masters expert round, and you all delivered in that round. 3 from 3. John, you're on 2. The other lads are on 1 going into round 3, which is the Masters Come Dine With Me round. A tradition unlike any other, generally starts with a champions dinner that is very like many others, but there have been a few occasions when the menus have been fairly class. I'm going to read you out a Champions Dinner menu here, and all you got to do is tell me which Masters champion set the menu.
Oh, for God's sake.
Adrian, which golfer went for, as a starter, chilled seafood bar, as his main, South African braai barbecue, and as dessert, vanilla sundaes? Did Joe say the questions are handicapped?
Go again. Chilled seafood bar. It's South African menu, is what we're saying.
Yeah, main is a South African braai barbecue. Is that how you pronounce BRAAI? And then for dessert, they went for vanilla sundaes.
Vanilla sundaes, but that'd have been I'm trying to think, like, would vanilla sundaes be like would all that be a 1960s, 70s thing, or would it be a 2000s thing?
I like your logic here. You're actually thinking about this in a deep way, are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna think like it's pretty bland. It sounds pretty bland. So I mean 60s, 70s food would be a bit more. Was when we had that Kerry player conversation earlier in the way, I can't remember what happened 2 minutes ago. Was that an answer to a question, or were we just spitballing about something else?
He was the first non-American winner.
Oh, yes, it's not him. Trevor Immelman.
No, it's not Immelman, but it is more recent.
Schwartzel.
Yeah. Jesus. Schwartzel went for that. Bit of a banana skin of a question, to be honest. John, which golfer went for, as his starter, mini cottage pies, as his main, a traditional Sunday roast, and as his dessert, an apple crumble?
Danny Willett.
Correct.
John
Duggan, 3 from 3.
That came up the other day. Bloody hell. Duggan.
That was I'm sorry, John, but that was a 5-yard tap in.
Well, after the last question, which was absolutely stupendously, ridiculously hard, I think that deserved an easier one there.
That was voted, that Danny Willett meal, as the best by the Augusta
No way.
kitchen down the years. They thought that was the best menu.
Have you decided?
Sorry, go for it, John.
Joe and Adrian and Owen, what would your Masters do?
Oof.
Adrian's a classy dude in this
There'd
respect.
be a cheese board and a meat board somewhere along. A bit of Irish cheese going on. Bit of Irish charcuterie as well.
Mm-hmm.
I might just make that all three dishes.
Adrian, what was the last Leinster match you watched without a cheese board?
I try not to make a habit of it, Joe. That's
Dragons away. That's the only one.
Tough times, yeah.
Right, come on, hit me.
I actually thought this would be the best menu ever. So which golfer went for, as a starter, seafood coconut soup, as his main, Penang curry and a rack of lamb, and for his dessert, lychee sorbet? Now that is a Michelin star menu. Who went for it?
Not a clue. I was hoping you'd ask me the haggis one, which was Sandy Lyle. That was the one I was crying out for. Give me that again. Is there any discernible nationality there? Give me that.
So the starter was seafood coconut soup. The main was Penang curry, rack of lamb. And for dessert, it was lychee sorbet.
What's lychee?
Lychee.
Like
little...
or is it lychee? No,
yeah. Well, I mean, they're like...
Sort of berries.
They're called like dragon's eyes. They're...
You used to get them in the test cases when I was in Dunn Stores. Checkout boy.
Right. There's no nationality jumping out to me there.
Oof.
Is there? Oh, Adrian's identifying.
This would be a turn up for the books. I mean, I'm not getting any points either way, right? So.
Yeah. God, total guess then. It's kind of boring, isn't it?
Speak for yourself.
Lamb. I'd go for lamb.
Gonna need to push you for an answer here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are.
Someone really dull. Mike Weir.
It's not Mike Weir. Adrian, what were you thinking?
Well, what I was thinking was because he's won so many of them and he has Asian connections and it's clearly an Asian menu. Tiger.
No,
BJ.
it wasn't Tiger.
BJ,
yeah.
VJ crossed my mind because of the coconut thing, but then I thought coconuts everywhere.
Yeah, VJ. So they're kind of considered to be three of the best meals, Schwartzels, Willets, and VJ by all accounts. But I accept that Joe Molloy is not having VJ's menu this morning. The scores are Joe 1, John 3, Adrian 1.
Oh my
as we
God.
move on to round 4.
Big lead to sleep on, John. Saturday night, you know.
It is. Yeah, it could be a choking now coming up. Like I'll be in the water soon.
Round 4 is the fun-free magic number round. Contestants get 3 points for getting the number exactly right. If no one manages that, the nearest contestant who doesn't go bust gets 2 points.
Should we have a pen and paper for this one?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could have a pen and paper, that would be great. I'm going to state that we can only accept the answer that's then written on your paper, and I'm going to have to ask for your pens once the music ends. So
hold on a second.
Yeah.
So from the vaults of my memory, you're going to read out a bunch of stuff. We write down our guess numbers and then add them all up at the end.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you just get that total on your sheet at the end, that's all I'm looking for.
And if you're too big, you're bust, are you?
If you're too big, you're bust. So you can play it safe. But if you get it
I'll
back
play
on,
it
you get
safe,
3
John.
points.
Stick to your gut instincts.
1,700,000.
Right. So if you don't mind, give us the following number, which is based on the Masters. I've already given this one away, actually, the first one. The number of strokes under par Dustin Johnson finished last year's tournament, plus the number of years of age Tiger Woods was when he won the Masters in 97, plus the number of Masters tournaments won by Jack Nicklaus, plus the number of strokes over par Zach Johnson finished when he won the 2007 tournament. Your 30 seconds expire when Sinatra sings Bright Shiny Beats. So, the number of strokes under par DJ finished when he won last year's tournament, plus the age Tiger Woods was when he won the 1997 tournament, plus the number of Masters won by Jack Nicklaus, and then the number of strokes over par Zach Johnson finished when he won the 07 tournament. One of 3 winners to have won it over par, I think. All right, pens down. John, what have you got?
48.
48. Adrian?
43.
Joe?
48.
It is 48.
Oof.
Oh, they
Well
both
done,
held their
lads.
nerve. They both get 3 points.
I was tempted, John. I was sure of everything except Woods. I thought he was 20 or 21. I was tempted to go 47 on the safe side, but then I thought Duggan's going to know, so I better.
Joe, you're brave.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Should they not split those points up on? That seems very
It does, yeah.
penal on me.
That's the sweetest part of this.
DJ finished last year's tournament 20 under par. Tiger was 21 when he won in 97. Masters won by Jack Nicklaus is 6. And Zach Johnson finished 1 over in 07. Right, on to the final. It is John 6, Joe 4, Adrian 1. Our winner tonight will be decided in the round that separates the men from the boys, the Jordan Spieths from the Jordan Belforts. It's a no theme in particular, ridiculously easy rapid fire round. The score you get in this round will be added to your score in the previous round. There will be 40 seconds for everyone to answer for the same set of questions. So we're going to start with John. John, once you get one wrong, I'll move on to Joe. And Joe, once you get one wrong, I'll move on to Adrian. You keep answering questions until you get one wrong. And then if you get one wrong, you get deducted a point as well.
And don't be messing around when you don't be. There's no great long pauses here from either you get the answer in, or Owen's going to be straight in moving you on.
This would be like Blackboard Jungle when it all fell apart. I'm still scarred about it.
No stalling. John Duggan, are you ready?
Yes.
Your 40 seconds starts now. Sergio Garcia beat which golfer in a playoff at the 2017
Justin Rose.
Masters? Correct. Name next season's jersey sponsor for Manchester United.
Pass.
Team viewer. Phil Mickelson has won the Masters how many times, Joe?
3.
Correct. Who are Allianz Football League Division 1 champions?
Mayo.
No, Kerry. What is the first hole on Amen Corner, Adrian?
The 12th.
No, the 11th. Who is top scorer in this season's Champions League so far, John?
Lewandowski.
No, Haaland. Name any of the 3 golfers who finished runner-up to Tiger in the 2019 Masters, Joe.
2019. Boom, 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 boom.
No.
Koepka.
The Koepka, correct. Name the FC Porto manager.
Pass.
Sir Conceição. Which is the major that Bryson DeChambeau has already won, Adrian, and we were out of time.
Is that it?
He's won the
Gary Player.
PGA.
No, he
US
won the US Open.
US Open.
John, you finish on 5 points. Joe, you finish on 4 points. It was close. Porto manager let you down. You got to Koepka just in the end, but John Duggan, by the skin of your teeth, you are the crappy quiz master champion for 2021.
5 under par, but All I want to say is that I'll be treating you all to a Masters dinner next year.
The non-golf questions really threw. I mean, not that I was involved in any speed throws, but I was like, what?
I can't remember Kerry winning the league.
Yeah, neither can they. I think it's...
I remember Mayo winning. Did the league happen? It didn't happen last year.
It did, yeah.
They won it in one-off match.
Yeah, there was no final. They just got the trophy and then walked home with it. So,
for God's sake.
Yeah, and we all know what happened next. Joe, my commiserations. Thank you for joining us. John Duggan, congratulations. And,
thank you, everybody.
Enjoy the weekend's golf. Chat to you next week on the Crappy Quiz.